rock the spot. Keep it hot, hot, hot the spot. Rock the spot, rock the spot. Keep it hot, hot, hot the spot. Rock the spot, rock the spot. Keep it hot, hot, hot the spot. All right, we finna get this tier list going, man. Just give me 1 second. We finna get the stream going. People could share their input if they want. You feel me? You can share whatever you think. I'm still gonna do my own thing. I might get influenced by what you're saying, but I got a pretty good grasp on the game and where I feel like everyone should be. So don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We finna cook. We finna cook, man. We finna cook, man. Trust. Trust in the vision. Trust in the vision, y'all. I'm finna cook, man. Nah, there wasn't another patch. I'm just doing a tier list. Keep it hot, hot, hot the spot. Rock the spot, rock the spot. Don got F tier? Oh man, we got trolls in chat already. We got trolls. Don got S tier. Omega busted ass S tier. Omega broken, break the fucking game S tier. Don got Ichigo. Break the fucking game. Dash like broken as hell. Sig starts a combo. Broken ass character. Yeah, alright. Kira top 1, trash ass Kira. Worst Zanpakuto in all of Bleach. Yeah, alright. He needs to be nerfed next patch. He's fucking broken. Busted ass character. Alright, y'all. Alright. Alright. Let's get this started, man. Let's get this started, man. I have a tier list here in front of me that I'm gonna be referencing. This tier list is from over a month ago. So we're gonna have to do this together as a community. You trust in me. And I'm gonna lead y'all in the right direction. All right, I got y'all. Listen, we're gonna start off with the first character, right? And let me show y'all a little sneak preview. This is the tier list right here. Boom. Quick little tier list. Feel me? Let me zoom it in a bit. Have it a little bit big on screen. This is the tier list. All right. This tier list finna be and Storm we trust. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. I appreciate that, Perk. Listen, we're gonna start off with bottom tier. We're gonna start off with bottom tier, right? Bottom tier character, in my opinion, we're gonna start off is Kira. Where he at? Kira is so bad in this game. He's so bad. I personally think this character is terrible, and I'm gonna do a quick little explanation as to why that is. This character's whole gimmick is around being able to trap their opponent, right, in an SP2, lock them in, and take as many stocks as they can. The problem is he can't reliably hit his mechanic off. He can't, and the other thing too, he can't even build the mechanic and base. He has to be an awakening for him to build this up, right? But boom, let's say you happen to be playing Kira, right? Decent projectile, right? Decent normals. His heavy goes pretty far. It's a really good heavy that can catch backsteps. His lights are pretty fast. But let's say you happen to build up this passive, right? How are you gonna confirm into your SP2? You can't, because anybody who knows how to play the game is gonna know that you can sidestep it, you can backstep it. There's nothing you can do. This character is buns. He can't do anything. You know, your heavy, yes, is generous. Yes, you have decent lights, but what are you doing? You know, realistically, it's cool that this character can take 7. You know, we go to his character control guide, and you can see at most he can take 7. Oh shit, for sure, Zay. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. With the $50 dono, much love, man. Wow, that's crazy, bro. Much love. Yeah, and the next 1v1 stream, I got you. Or even at the end of this, we could do that. But he could take 7. There's only one other character in the game that could take 7, but they had to give him that because he's so ass. He's so bad. You know, it's not. Every other character will either outrange him, will either has better frame data, a better ranged attack, or some kind of gimmick that's more consistent. They could easily get out of this, like so easily. It's insane. I think this character is the bottom of the tier. His mix is cool. Don't get me wrong, but once you know what he's going for, and once you know that you can't backstep against this character, you really just want to sidestep against him. What is he doing? What is he? The debuff from SP1 is low-key kind of easy to deal with. Yeah, you can't really move much. I get that it's a problem and stuff like that, but literally you can just backstep or flash step out of his SP2 setup. So I don't see what he's doing that makes him better. You know what I mean? That makes him better than the bottom tier. Honestly, there's nothing that makes him better than that. So unfortunately, I think Kira, he goes all the way at the bottom, man. He goes in D. It's the only D tier character, because low key the next character that I'm gonna have on the list is, spoiler alert, Shinji. Shinji either goes down here in D or goes in C with Kira, and the reason for that,
it's a festival.
It's unfortunate too, because this character's pretty cool, but I don't think he's as bad as Kira, and the reason why is because he can do some great damage. Thank you for the sub, Gilga. This character does a lot of damage. Yeah, we're doing a tier list. This character does a good amount of damage, but once again, we have a character here who suffers from a pretty bad gimmick, right? Let's put on damage. This character suffers from not enough damage and his gimmick being pretty bad. Where is it? Display dummy information. There we go. All right. So you can't typically combo into your SP1. It's only really used for like setups. Let's say you do something like this and then you go for a grab or something in between. But that gets very played out. People know what you're going for. He does have a setup into SP2. This is guaranteed. If you hit someone with 3 lights, your SP2 will always hit. They can't do anything. They can't even flash step out of it. So that's pretty good. But the other thing about him is his chase down is not good. Looking at his normals, his heavy doesn't go too far. He does have a fast light that can gel you, right? Over and over. This, like, it doesn't do much hit stun, so he can keep you really close on you, and not many characters can really get out of that gel. But his Sig, you press Sig, you're fodder. You're fodder. Somebody can grab you. They can do so many things to you here. You know, like it's terrible. He has the worst counter in the game because of it, because it takes so long to come out. And the thing that's unfortunate about him is, for him to get his gimmick, you have to hit a high committal super. Yeah, there's guaranteed hits into it, but the thing is like, at high level, people are gonna know what you're going for. Once they see you have 100 meters, like, okay, I have to watch out for the lights. I have to watch out for triple light. You know what I mean? And yeah, you'll eventually be able to get it off, but having your gimmick tied behind you being in sublimation or hitting SP2, I don't know. They made it better, but it's still pretty rough, you know. And the worst thing about him too is chase down. If you have a character, right? If you have somebody who's playing like very defensive, you know, or they just have better range than you. Look at this Ichigo heavy goes very far, right? Shinji could wish of hitting that distance. You know, if he has to chase someone down, it sucks, because look at his dash light. There's no reach on it. And this is the problem I've always had with him. He can't go far with it. It sucks. Yeah, and he gets this. This is cool. You can fake out your Sig into tilt Sig, right? But at the end of the day,
now it's my turn.
It's so high committal, right? You go for this, there's so much time for the opponent to react to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good, y'all. It's not good. And because of that, I unfortunately put Shinji in C. He's better than Kira, but he has too many glaring issues. Yeah, he can do a lot of damage at the end, but nah, I don't see the vision. I don't see the Shinji vision, unfortunately, yo. I think the next character up, I don't know why A and B is switched there. This is weird. Hold on, let me fix that. I think the next character up is Tosin. I think Tosin probably goes high C or low B, but for now I'm gonna put him high C. In my general opinion, Tosin is better than the two characters under him, but it's not by much. The problem with Tosin is he doesn't do enough damage. He also suffers from his gimmick just not being good. Like, a lot of the stuff in this game comes down to gimmicks, man. His damage just ain't good. What do you guys think? Sakanade should be reversing controls. I feel like that's kind of busted. Imagine if it did. Yo, big shout out to For Show Zay too, man. I greatly appreciate all the support, man. Big shout out to the YouTube members and anyone who has decided to donate. But yeah, going back on Tosin, let's just get rid of that. He doesn't do enough damage. A typical heavy string from most other characters are gonna do more, right? But when you start getting like real late game, let's say I put both of these characters at their highest possible potential, right? A typical heavy.
This is my chance to win.
That's like, what is that? 4,187, right? But one heavy from this Ichigo is already doing more than that one heavy from Tosin. You know, and then let's forget it. Yeah, this Ichigo's gimmick is stupid. He can start looping SP1s. He gets, but look at that. Heavy SP1 did more damage than if I was Tosin and I went into orange. Why is, you know what I mean? His damage, and we're both in Spirit Drive. You know, so it's just, he suffers from that. Yeah, his movement is good. They buffed his counter. He does have like a dash up counter now. His SFA is really good. He could be in your face and always return to your face by doing something like this. I think this is really good, right? He gets a lot of strike back damage, which is very good. But again, Tosin's one of those playstyles where you know where to look for with the holes in his game plan, and you could really punish him for it because he has a good amount of holes. You can always grab him out of his SIG. You can grab him out of his SFA. You could always outspace this too. If the player is nice enough, they'll outspace this move. You know, he has to be hitting strike backs. If I put force strike back on, right, I think that's when you really start seeing his damage. But even still, look at that. It's not good, man. It's not. This character has to win too many interactions in order for him to benefit. Like, where some characters, they don't even need strike backs, and they're doing more damage than this. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. He does have a pretty good SP2. You know, it being a DP is I think it's pretty cool. Like, and you get a combo off of it, but it still doesn't warrant the character being anything too crazy. You know, decent normals, they come out pretty fast. He does have a good dash attack, and he's plus on it, so you know he could always just go for a grab right after, do a lot of cool things from there. So I do think he has some sauce to him, but again, it's like he just doesn't have enough. You know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't have enough. Even this, right? You just spent 100 meter. Come on, that's not good enough. That's not good enough, bro. I'm sorry. Not even with this not being a comparison, right? A one-to-one comparison, Mud. Tosin still, you gotta admit, Tosin's not good, bro. He's not. You know, that first iteration of him when he could combo off of his tilt without strike back was the best one. He just has too low health and too low damage for it to really matter. You know, and unfortunately, that's why I'll be putting Tosin in this spot. Next up, I ain't gonna lie. I think Komamura goes right here too. Komamura might even go down a bit more. This character is buns. This character is buns. He wish he could be Renji with the stuff he can do now. I honestly think that Komamura is either C or D. I don't know though. It's tricky because he does have a really good base. He actually is fighting for one of the best bases in the game. His base is nasty. It really is. I mean, the damage he does is absolutely bonkers, right? He gets a strike back hit. It's yo. Let's see if I get a strike back hit, right? Look at that damage. That's pretty good, right? That's good. That's good. And he gets a lot of he gets a lot of strike backs, I'll say too, because he has a lot of frame traps. He has frame traps on his dash light. He can always go for the grab after because he's so plus there. His heavy comes out pretty fast and it has some good range on it. He has one of the best projectiles in the game. That's a combo starter from damn near full screen. There's a lot of tools in his kit. I do think he's better than Shinji, which is why I probably won't put him in D. Not Shinji. I do think he's better than Kira. He might be better than Shinji too. I don't know. It's pretty tricky. He does have a, I don't know. It's pretty tricky. I think I'm gonna put him in C, but he does have some cool things. Again, he has a pretty fast light, frame traps. His SFA is really bad. Like this move really doesn't do much for you at all. It doesn't combo. It does stop, like, I believe it stops grabs. It's armored as well. So it has some cool properties to it, but this character, you're never gonna hit this SP2. You're not gonna hit that. You know, his SP1 is good, it's armored, but if you know what to look for against Komamura, you can really take advantage of his disadvantage state because his speed isn't there. You know, he just has a lot of frame trapping and decent normals. But really, you know, where he's really strong is when you start going into the Awakening. But the biggest problem against Awakening, a lot of his moves can be sidestep, right? This triangle move right here can be sidestep if timed correctly, right? And also, he doesn't have any kind of like cheese to break guard, right? His SP1 is a multi-hitting move, but it's kind of it's nothing too special. The tilt multi-hitting does a lot of damage, but again, you're not gonna be doing much with that, you know, because a lot of it is blocking. Yo, I'm so washed. Wow, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate that, man. I don't know. I don't see the vision with Komamura, you know. He does have SP2 and Awakening that does a lot of damage, but again, it's all flash step food. As the thing is, as the time has gone on, people know how to deal with big Bankais. It's not hard to deal with these characters. You just flash step them, you know, and that kind of speaks to why he's not that good. Nah, his Awakening doesn't ignore guard. He chips away a lot at your guard. The problem is that people can flash step all of your big important hits. I don't see the vision. And because of that, I'm gonna put Komamura probably in C. I don't know. I feel like he might even go, I don't know. I don't see him above Shinji. I honestly don't. I don't. Not in a tier above him, like in the tier list relative to him, yeah, but not in B. Now going on to the next character, I can't lie. A lot of changes on this list. Yo, I'm so washed. Thank you for another donation. You could signature into SP2, and SP2 doesn't scale, so you can do full. Are you talking about in base? Are you talking about in base?
Your opponent
Oh, okay. Okay. Does that change my opinion on him? The damage is kind of. I don't know though. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know. The damage is okay though. What is this? 4-1. Okay. Eh. I can't lie, I didn't know about that. Let me see something. Okay. I guess if you have a lot of, yeah, but then like with orange, you usually want to get your refund. I don't know if this changes it. I don't know if it changes it. It does make his base even better, I will say. Because he's a base merchant. He wants to be in base. He wants to do as much as he can before he has the awakening. I think there definitely is a vision for him, which is like the benefit of Bleach. Bleach, you know, there's definitely a vision for shit like this, you know. But I still think he's pretty low. Does this work from this far as well? Oh, why is that missing though? You see the jank though? Yo, Tansoft, y'all gotta fix this. What is that? Oh, they doing bad. Hold on. How close you got to be to do that? Okay, so it's not like the full distance, but about here. Okay. Well, thanks, Wash, and I appreciate the donation as well, bro. That's a W right there. I still think I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though, y'all. I still think he's I still think he's C, bro. Like, if anything, he might be low B. But then the next character up though, I'm gonna put Aizen. I'm gonna put Aizen. Aizen could probably be B. I have actually seen some stuff recently that, you know, convinces me a bit on Aizen. Aizen can be played for timeout, so I think I am gonna put Aizen in our first B. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this character, if played very optimally, can reach Butterfly, can reach his final state, but he has to be played very specifically. I think he has to be played very specifically. Very patient. It takes you forever to get into your next state, right? Your Shiesty form takes 2 minutes. So you gotta sit there and play immaculate neutral. You gotta constantly be using Sig in correct ways. You feel like somebody's gonna be dashing in on you, that, you know, you gotta really be smart on how you approach your opponent.
How will you stop me now?
The people who play this character and really pop off, like, I really am amazed by them, because they're neutral. Your neutral gotta be crazy. This character's backstep is terrible. His sidestep is bad. It takes so long for him to act out of his attacks. But the thing is when he finally gets into awakening, right? He gets into his long hair form. He's crazy. The damage is insane. He can always pop SP1 if he knows you're about to dash in on him and start throwing out heavy. The heavy comes out hella fast. The damage he gets off of his hits is nasty when he starts building up his flames. Like, it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. When you get Aizen at that state, he's a very good character. And it really isn't hard to build up Kyoka Sugetsu against like players who are really falling for your Sig and stuff. Now, again, this character, he's like Sazale Aparo in a sense where if you abuse the fact that in his base he's pretty like mid of a character, you can put him in a pretty rough spot. But as soon as this character gets into his awakening, he's nasty. He's nasty. I can't lie, like, he's crazy. His head, look at this. Look at that. I mean, that's not awakening. Let me put the heavy is crazy. You know, you run up to somebody, you pop Escudo, they're like, oh shit, let me attack. That's free strike back damage right there. You know, you got Senjuku Tentaiho that you can now ho-ho off of. It's crazy. Some characters' counters don't even work on this, so if you Senjuku Tentaiho you'll still be able to attack them out of it. You could combo into it if hit close enough. Like, it's, yo, this character, I ain't gonna lie, you get him to this state, he's nasty. It's all about reads at that point, you know. You know, it's pretty good. SP2 is a screen slow too, so it can catch people who are unsuspecting. They might be like trying to throw out a light or trying to grab, and you could really catch them at a good distance with SP2, and it does a fat chunk of damage. He always has high end, you know what I mean, to throw out. I think high end is just one simple press, yeah, to just throw out like quick long range damage. And the best thing about him, the fighting spirit changes really helped him out, because as soon as he gets into reawakening, he could, like, it's crazy. His damage is nuts. He still has SP2, which does ungodly amount of damage. I don't know too much about Aizen, but I do know that because his early is so weak, he can suffer from like better players, like really good players, abusing that and preventing you from getting here. But I've definitely seen some Aizens really play for timeout, and I think that's really where he shines. Crazy, bro, crazy. So I'm gonna keep Aizen in B. I think he beats all the characters under him. Looking at this list, I don't know. This is where it's gonna get a little tricky. There's so many good characters in the game now, y'all. Who do y'all think would be next on the list in C or B? Yeah, you have to 100% know what you're doing with Aizen. 100%. Cayenne, I don't think Cayenne is next. Cayenne is pretty good, y'all. Y'all sleeping on Cayenne. Oh, I forgot about Yuha. Okay, so we're gonna go on to Yuha and then Ichibe next, right? Because I completely forgot about both of those characters. Yuha Baha. Low key, I want to put him down in D. I do, but I do think, yo, low key, he's either D or C. He's either D or C, y'all, and it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Yuha is either D or C, man. This character is terrible.
How very
he's so fucking bad, it's crazy. He's so fucking bad. Like,
Oh yeah.
they try to compensate for his shit ass movement with good frame data, but it doesn't equate like that. Like, this character takes way too long to get online with his Kaiser gauges. His frame data is good, but nah, bro. They did bad with Yuha. I can't lie. They definitely did bad with Yuha. Look at this. Set to always guard. We're gonna quick attack, right? He has good frame data, right? Ichigo will never beat me out here. Never, right? In base, he could do this over and over. You can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it, right? He'll always beat you out, which is good, right? Because when you start off a match, you're not gonna have any SP. You have to build your SP meter up. But the thing about him is he doesn't even have access to reverse, so it's terrible, man. You finally get access to your reverse, but by that point, you're already probably going to be losing a bit. If you're abusing your lights, right, you can kind of find an argument for this character being somewhat decent, right? But good players, again, are going to see that, okay, I'm going against a Yuha. I know that I need to constantly block here. All I have to check for is grabs, right? That's all you have to check for. And as soon as the grab text, right, what happens here? We're gonna have parry breaker on. We're back at neutral, but because Yuha's neutral is so bad at this distance, what are you I'm supposed to dash and light? Look how much time it took for that to come out. Whereas Ichigo could dash in, right? Hold on. He could dash in and beat him out before that. Or most people know that Yuha wants to dash in, so they heavy, right? Or they just bait the option out because they know his movement is terrible. He's not good. He's not good at all, man. You start popping a couple more SP2s, right? you get to the point where you get your unblockable tilt attack, then you can start cooking. He does have combos where he can loop Sig, which is really good for his SP economy, right? So let me set my SP to normal. He does have combos where you can do something like this, right? I think you SP2 after, right? Yeah, you do that, and then you can like dash up. You could dash up and do lights, right? I messed up the combo there, but you guys get what I'm saying. You could dash up and follow up. He does have like cool like SP economy stuff like that, but he doesn't get good until you can start looping the SP1s like this. You throw up the arrow and you dash up and continue the combo. So it's just he's too weak when it comes to his movement. His options take too long to come out. He has a decent reaching heavy, but again, too many problems. You know, too many problems. Looking at this tier list, I ain't gonna lie, I was looking right so far. I don't know if he goes in D or C, but he's definitely somewhere down here. Ichibei. I think Ichibei, yo. Oh, man. Ichibei is either B or C. I'm not too sure where I want him. I feel like he's in B, possibly even C. But my reasoning for that, they've gutted this character so much. They've gutted him an insane amount. Soul Crystal tier list. I gotta play with Soul Crystals more in order to really give my opinions on that. All right, Ichibei, right? This character has gotten completely gutted. Grab nerfs really hurt him because on his pressure, right, he has one of those lights where it's similar to Yuha, right? Very fast, especially the first light, right? He constantly chain this and Ichigo can't do anything about it. It's one of those very fast lights, right? I think even his second one is fast. Oh no, he doesn't. But he can always do something like this, right? He has a good counter, frame one counter, right? You know your opponent's gonna attack, frame one counter. He has a good light he could chain over. And he's the only character in the game with the mechanic to cut your opponent's damage in half and also have him do more damage to the opponent, as well as take more Kapaku stocks. Problem is, grabs were nerfed. So at about this distance, a grab would usually hit. The reason why the grab nerf really hurts Ichibei the way that it does is because his movement is probably worse than Yuha's. I'm holding X and it's taking so long for him to dash. And even when he is dashing, he doesn't move fast. If he backsteps, he can't do anything out of it too fast. His heavy has good range on it, but it's not like immaculate. And his best movement option can be easily sidestep, right? Those are a lot of the problems he had before, but what really made up for it is that at about this distance, he could still like put pressure out, right? He could do like 2 lights and then go for a grab, or like 1 light and then probably like mix up a grab in between. But the grab nerf really hurt this character because of that, you know? The last change I think that really hurts him is SP2. When you build SP2 up all the way,
Come on closer and have a drink. Drink now. It will flowers bloom even
you get the one shot, right? And a popular way of getting this off, right, was orange reversing and SP2ing. But it doesn't work anymore. It made it an unblockable. The reason why that's so bad is because you can't combo into it now. So now you have to hit a hard read on a very slow attack where you could just hit your opponent out of it. Like, it's so bad. Look, I'm gonna he's set to attack me, right? Look, I'm gonna try and do something like this. And I'm getting hit out of it. There's no point in doing it. Yeah, it's unblockable, but it doesn't really matter. You know? This character's pretty shit, yo. I don't think he's good anymore. And because of that, I put him in B. Next up, looking at the list here, I don't know if anybody else goes in the tier of B with Aizen and Ichibei. I think A is going to be a pretty big tier because looking at all the characters in the game, they're all pretty good. I think the only person that could probably potentially be in this tier is Uryu, but then Uryu also has some good sauce in the base, not in base, in Awakening.
I'll take you on.
But if anything, he's the best character in this tier. He's definitely the best character in this tier. The next character I'm gonna be ranking is Uryu, and I'm putting him in B, and there's a couple reasons for that. Yeah, Ichibei does have some cool options like raw SP1. He does have things like that, but again, that's a you have to really have your opponent whiff punish, right? They have to be whiffing a grab for you to hit a really good SP1. I still don't think it's enough to make him good, to make him like better. I don't think Cayenne goes in the same tier. Looking at this tier list, I definitely don't think Cayenne goes in the same tier as Aizen and Ichibei. I don't know what's up with the Cayenne downplay. Cayenne is at least A. But yeah, moving on to Uryu. I think Uryu, if he yellows, then purposely whiffs the counter. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's pretty cool tech. I didn't know about that. Oh, that's pretty cool tech. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that with Ichibei. Now with Uryu, he's okay. Kind of mid-range, right? His heavy doesn't get buffed until he's in Awakening, so you don't really have many neutral tools other than Sig. But again, like Sig kind of leaves you open if somebody knows the distance you want to go for it at. Dash Light does cover side steps, but I think Uryu suffers from the fact that a lot of his pressure you can just sidestep. If you see a Uryu heavy, you could sidestep, dash in, or slowly move in and with like a block or something, and like try to go for a grab or hit him out of his movement options. He does have a decent sidestep, and he has decent movement when you start like incorporating his lights. And at max distance, you know, he always has like a heavy light to keep opponents away. But it isn't until he gets to Awakening where he becomes a real character, in my opinion. You have Sig that you could also cancel. So let's say you have somebody on pressure like this, you always cancel the Sig out. You know, this is always an option to do. Heavy goes further now, so now you have more room to play with. But again, this can still be sidestep. But again, it's just more room for you to play with when it comes to the Uryu player. You could always do like boom, boom, fake it out, actually shoot it out sometimes and get people to come in on you. Like, there's a lot of cool things you can do in that sense. Overall, though, I think Uryu just loses the side steps. He's also a character too, where it's like, as long as you're not brain dead just dashing in on him, you're gonna be good. You know, like he doesn't really have any way to break guards. So this character just loses to someone who's slowly inching in on him and blocking, I think. His hold grab is slow. His general like dash speed is not the best. He has a lot of like starter frames on his dash. So I think he just has a lot of those kind of problems, and he doesn't really become an issue until Reawakening. Now Reawakening is when this character becomes busted. His attacks will always hit at full distance. The damage is also like very good. You can also ho-ho into SP1. So that's pretty cool. Overall though, he really is just a block victim, like some people have been saying in chat. There is one kind of strat with him where you could just kind of spam Sig, and it is hard to deal with because Sig does hit from behind. So if the Ichigo were to flash step, he's still gonna get hit by the Sig. If I were to like Sig myself, and I can't like time it right, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? He does something like that. SP2 is good too. If you happen to get it off, he can also combo off of that. So this is really what you want to play for as a Sheeta. You really want to get to Reawakening because he's also the tankiest character in the game. But again, this character just loses to block, you know?
Take a good look.
He can heavy off a ho-ho.
Mercy. Let's go. Sorry. Take a good look.
Oh, I just tried. He can't heavy off a ho right there.
Sorry. One shot is enough.
Yeah, that's not coming out. Aizen into Udiu matchup is so bad. I believe it, bro. I believe it. Let me go to the. Okay. Loki, the next person up is probably Stark. I don't know if Stark is on the same tier as these people. If I put Stark here, I'm kind of inclined to put Ichibei down a little bit. It makes me want to put another like tier list in between. So if I make this like plus. Oh yeah, this joint got all messed up after I just did that. S A. This is B. C. I just messed this up. There we go. 2, 3. I feel like Stark is here. Stark is here because even though they nerfed the combos, right? They nerfed his loop combos and things like that. I think the character can still cook because he has a very good base. I'm talking like one of the best bases in the game. Nah, I'm gonna just make an S plus and an S and just split them up because I do think there's some S's that are like insane. That's just how I'm gonna keep it. So in my opinion, Stark, he has this, which is literally if I just keep the, I don't like the input frames on screen, but it's literally just him pressing heavy, sig, heavy, sig, and it loops, right? Like he can keep doing that. He can keep doing this. So if like, let's say round start, right? Your start, you top white, and you play this right, you start charging a lot and playing very defensive, and you get all the meter that you can. He has a combo that can like loop for a very long time, doing a lot of damage. Plus, this Stark is one of the hardest Starks to deal with. His gun form is ridiculous. Ridiculous, yo. He still has good damage off of Ho-Ho. His up close damage isn't really good. Like his loops. It's not really something to write home about. You really just want to charge up and abuse heavies. As long as you're a very patient player, you can make Stark work. And you could even abuse his advantage state in gun form so much that you've already taken 3 from Baku, and you could just work for the 6-piece in sword form, which is really where Stark, I personally think, is like his hardest to deal with, because wolves are still an option that's hard to kind of like deal with. You can still Hakugeki them, right? It's all about timing with that, but you can't flash step the wolves. They don't turn around and follow you, but you don't waste a wolf anymore if they flash step. so that's really good. He still has pretty long combos, but it does require you to use 2 wolves now, which is unfortunate.
Go.
He's alright. He's alright. Good range. Look at that. The range on his light is crazy. Look at that. That's like Shunshui's level of range on a light. His heavy has pretty good range on it as well. It's the only thing about him is if you're playing someone, right? If you're playing someone who's knowledgeable on the character, they're gonna know to try and take your Kompaku down past 4, because once you get down there, you don't do as much damage. I mean, you don't take as many Kompaku, which is unfortunate. So, you know, that is one thing I will say. You know, not 4, 3. Once you take him down to 3, so people will actually play for that strat, which is pretty good. But I don't think he's better than A, because the characters above him are gonna easily be able to deal with his kit. And speaking of that, looking at the list here, I think this is where you can comfortably put someone like Poro. I think Poro is also an A tier character. The reason is he does fall into the kind of character archetype that has a weak base form. But now that you can combo into Sig from SP2, he can really build his research very fast, which is very good. This base form is terrible. The lights aren't fast at all. He does have a pretty decent heavy that like has him step forward, gives him a lot of deceptive range when you do that. His SFA is pretty, you can call that out pretty well by sidestepping it. But I will say, if you have very good defense and you have good meter management, you can survive Poro before the opponent takes the Kompaku that they need. But one thing I will say is what really sucks is it is easy to kill Poro, because not only is his base like not good, but he only starts with 5. So because of that, you take 2 early on and there's only 3 left. That's easy, because as soon as you awaken, you'll be able to take the 3 as soon as you get into the red, which is really negative for this character. But he does get points for being fun. He does have a whole RNG mechanic going for him. But this is where things get really cool for Poro, right? Because now that he can combo into his Sig, you can do something like this, close to level 1. His Sig does go pretty far and it's fast. It's a command grab, so it goes through guards. And in Awakening, he has, honestly, his frame data isn't the best, but it doesn't matter because his range is very good, very good. It's hard to sidestep this character because his attacks are very deceptive. Like his dash light can like sometimes follow the opponent. Same thing with his heavy. His heavy does a great job at following the opponent as well. And again, being able to combo into SP2 into grab is so good, right? Because as you're building up the Ryoku, right, it'll be so easy to grab them and start going into your long combos. So I think Poro, because of his good damage, you know, his decent normals, the fact that you can combo into Sig now, and also another unsung thing about this character is because his Kompaku starts so low, and for most of the time you will be either at 2 or you'll be at 3. Your fighting spirit will be going up fast because you'll constantly be popping whites, or you'll be popping like yellows, things like that. So this character actually reaches spirit drive way faster than every other character in the game. Yeah, his range is disgusting. Like, look at that. I'm like, yo, what character is hitting from here? What is that? Pretty good. I'm saying his heavy is immaculate. It really is, you know. Oh yeah, you also have dash Sig, and because there's like a gap in between, you can really catch some people slacking with that. I think it's pretty good, and he's one of the only characters. Well, he is the only character where his counter works on breakers, which is a plus. I think it's definitely a plus. So because of that, I'm gonna put Poro in A. I think he beats all the characters under him, and I think a lot of the other people that's gonna be in the same tier as him are they can either abuse his early, but when he gets into Awakening, he starts winning the matchup. So a good example of that is somebody like Urahara. I think Urahara deserves to be in A tier with these two characters. Urahara has had a pretty interesting time in this game. I think they finally fixed most of his problems, but now the biggest thing really glaring out for him is that he can't punish raw flash steps, which is a huge problem for characters like him, because you can really just abuse the fact that he, you know, Ichigo flash steps, I'm just throwing out my light and the light is gonna miss every time, you know? So it's just unfortunate. If you're going against someone who knows that, has that matchup knowledge, they don't have to be really scared of your pressure, because in between, like, you throwing out jabs or you coming in for a dash attack or something, you know, they could freely throw a flash step and not really be scared that you'll punish it. So that's the biggest thing. But the fact that he still makes it to A tier, in my opinion, and he can't punish roll flash ups, just speaks to how good he is. They recently buffed his SP2. His SP2 lets him shoot his SFA out very fast, right? He's always had insane movement. I think he has the best movement in the game when he's in SP2. So this is really good. I think Urahara literally probably becomes the best character in the game when he's in SP2. His heavy is actually plus, or it's safe on block. So if I were to set this Ichigo to try and hit me, and I do action walk to quick attack, if I heavy, I can still block this, which is really good. He also has something, he can do something like this, backstep, and then instantly punish with strike back. This is really good. Not every character has this, but Urahara can act so fast out of his backstep, it lets him get strike back damage on a lot of characters when they try to throw out an attack after he puts out his pressure, which is really good. He could also dash up and go for a grab frame trap with his dash attack. Other than that, his normals aren't the best. He can't really enact too much pressure with his normals because he's not really plus anywhere. He has to backstep a lot, which makes him very, I would say, very predictable. His SIG is almost useless when it comes to base because it doesn't come out pretty fast. You have to make a pretty big read to throw your SIG out. He can loop his SP1, which is very good. You can do something like this. He can do this in base and Awakening. I typically don't go for this because it is a frame perfect dash up you have to do, so it is easy for you to drop this. You have to really know what you're doing with Urahara SP1 because it is hard to get this link to work consistently. Let me think what else is really a problem with this character. Other than that, his base is decent, but when he gets into Awakening is where it really like makes the character way better. You go punish with Hakugeki after backstep? Let me try that. Hold on.
This is too easy, too weak. Can you
Wait, what?
Too weak, too weak.
Nice. Yo, that's, I ain't gonna lie, that's saucy.
This is too easy.
That's saucy. I can't lie. I can't lie. That's saucy. That's saucy. That's saucy.
Too weak, too weak.
What about heavy? Nah, heavy doesn't connect, but dash light does. Dash light does. Okay. I don't know if that's worth it again, because at least if you were to go for heavy, you
Still not used to it. This is too easy.
you could end the combo in lights if they don't decide to attack. Because if you just happen to throw Hakugeki, then like you'll take a punish unless you go for Ho-Ho. But some characters can beat you out there by flash stepping or throwing out their own light. So I don't think backstep Hakugeki is worth it, but it's definitely something cool to do. But and his Awakening is where he gets really strong. His SP2 gets even better in Awakening because now not only can he throw out SFA, right, way faster, like I said before, but now he can combo from full screen. So if I set the Ichigo to not block, I can do SFA, dash up. And one thing most people don't know is you can actually dash up heavy, which just takes away a lot of that scaling that you'll see from the dash light. Because lights are gonna scale more, but heavy, nah, man. And you can even do something like this. Oh, I lost the SP2, but you guys see what I'm doing. Basically dash up heavy, SP1, dash up again. A lot of cool extensions this character has, and I think because he can do this, as long as SP2 is active, I think this is very good for him. I think this is very good for the character, and that's why honestly I'm putting him in A tier, because one thing I'll say about the characters in A is they all have their gimmicks. Their gimmicks aren't as bad as the characters under them, or they might be equal to their gimmicks, but these characters in A can enact their gimmick better than the ones below them. Way better. You know, Poro could definitely reach level 2 if played correctly. You know, it's not even that hard to do. You just have to have good defense. Same thing with Urahara. Urahara is all about meter management, and same with Stark. Stark is straight meter management as well. Looking at the tier list now, though, I think the only other character that might still deserve A, looking at the whole list, there's two characters. I think Mayuri is next. Mayuri has definitely been all over the place in this game. They touched on his character a lot.
What's the point in telling you anything?
They really touched on SP2, which is what really kind of hurt the character a bit. He can't just throw SP2 out the way that he used to. Nah, I think Aizen not in D, bro. He's definitely better than that. Grimjaw low B? Oh, I forgot about Grim. Nah, Grimjaw's not low B, bro. You're bugging. Grim? I think Grim is in A with these characters. Nah, Grim is in A, especially with the SP1, unblockable. Oh shit, I got Moose in here. I'm about to start getting judged for my opinions. His dash light into grab. Hold on. You talking about Mayuri?
This is too easy.
Oh shit, they took that out? Sheesh. Yeah, Mayuri's cooked. Yeah, so what I was saying about Mayuri is that his SP2, they cooked it. They cooked it. It starts off behind him now, so it's not really something that you can use to like catch people slacking the way that you used to. That gives you a lot of time to sidestep it, which you will see people doing. This isn't really a neutral tool anymore. You have to really have your opponent like really scared to press buttons if they were going to if you're going to catch them with a raw SP2. It's really just a combo thing now. So again, you know, you would typically do like SFA, heavy, right, SP2, and then you could throw the poison out and pull him back in. You know, that's typically what you want to do with Mayuri now, especially since they nerf poison damage. The other problem with him is that his movement is terrible. He kind of falls into that kind of same character space where like he can't really act too fast. Look at this. I'm backstepping, and look how long it takes for me to throw a light out after backstep, or like a heavy. It takes forever. You know, his movement is not the best. Dash light takes a while to come out on movement options. He does have decent normals, but he's one of those characters where the grab change is really affecting him, same as Ichibe. He used to be able to frame trap with this. He lost that. Dash attack still is a very good option. It swings twice and it can still start a combo on the second hit. But Mayuri, he lost a lot of his sauce, man. He used to be able to remote activate the SP1 by whiffing and pressing SP1 after again. He lost that. You can still combo off of it, so that's cool. But they kind of touched on a lot of the best stuff about him. Breaker changes really affected characters like Mayuri. He can't really keep his pressure up the way that he used to. Yeah, he has pretty cool buttons. They're not the fastest, but again, the breaker really changed that. Let me know if I'm missing anything, but that's generally how I feel about Mayuri. Yeah, I remember I remember too. And I remember his heavy damage. And this is the other thing too that they kind of did to Mayuri. His damage off of poison is not the same. It was a while back. I think it was the patch with Ichibe, but they nerfed how much damage the poison does, which is cool. But they actually nerfed how much like damage you do while the opponent is poisoned. Before, heavy used to do ungodly amount of damage. So this character is just taking like nerf after nerf, and it's kind of unfortunate too, because not only does the poison go down faster, but he doesn't do as much damage as he used to. So it is a bit unfortunate.
Take that and that and this. You're good at this, huh?
But yeah, that's why I put Mayuri in A. I think he can still cook. He still has the potential to play defensive, like kind of play like that stone wall play style, and still use his kit in a way where he can still pull out wins. Especially since like his combo potential is really good now with the whole being able to combo into SP2 with Nemu. But again, his movement and grab nerfs really hurt his potential. But the other character I would put in A is Rukia. Now Rukia is an interesting case because this character literally has everything she needs except like better frame data. Her movement, the problem with her movement is that she can't sidestep anything, right? So movement is important in the game, obviously. I've mentioned it a couple times when it comes to, if someone is good in this game. But I'm gonna set the Ichigo to block, right? And attack right after. If she were to do this, she can't sidestep. Can't sidestep. It's terrible. Only thing she can do is backstep. The reason why this isn't good is because her only damage option from here, her only option from here is to either like go for some type of like spacing bait. She could SFA right away. She could shoot fireballs, right? But you can sidestep those pretty easily, right? So that shuts that down. SFA could also be sidestep, which is another problem she has. She does have really good normals. Like her first light comes out very fast, but she will still get beat out. So she can't like infinitely gel you on block, which is unfortunate. The good thing about her though is because they changed her sig to be able to be comboed the way that it is, as long as you play Rukia for Awakening, you can really start eating off of her combos. She could do cool things like charge sig into SFA, and then you go, oh well, I messed it up, but you do charge sig into SFA heavy, you go fireballs and then SB1, and she could continue this as long as she has the meter, or she could combo off of her SB2 fully charged. So she has a lot of combo potential, which is why I said she almost has everything in the game that you need to make her a good character, except good movement. You know, she has a fast light. Her sidestep is atrocious, so she can't really, sidestep up close. But she's more of a punish character. You want to like, someone's gonna attack, you do something like that. But even then, that's risky because SB1 is not safe if blocked. Someone could dash up and hit you. So she definitely has the tools to cook pretty good combo games. She's a fast character. She can act pretty fast out of her backstep, which I will say is pretty good. She could do something like this, heavy, and it catches them. So if they are doing like a grab whiff or something, you get nice strike back damage with heavy. But yeah, she has a lot of cool options. But it's not enough to, I would say, to put her higher than A. I definitely think she floats around these characters. She might even potentially be better than Poro. But yeah, I think she floats around here. I still got a good amount of characters here. Oh, Grimmjow, right? Grimmjow. Now Grimmjow's tricky. Grimmjow's tricky, right?
You're awfully shabby. Come at me.
I'm a little torn on where to put Grim. I am torn on where to put, because I do think Grim, is better than B tiers. And I think Grim is actually on par with some of the A's. You can't tell me that Grimmjow isn't a better character than Urahara. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, chat. What do you guys think? Grim is like equal to Mayuri. Yeah, Jump Force was cool when it was around. Yo, what's good, Keyfree? Grim is weird because, again, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I don't play him like that, but I'm just going off of like my experience with the character. Dashlight, best neutral, best normal, right? Dashlight is ridiculous. You can't really sidestep Dashlight. It's multi-hitting and it usually catches sidesteps from my knowledge. You gotta have like one of the characters, one of the best sidesteps to really get out of that. He has good neutral. His backstep into heavy is pretty good, especially in Awakening. His mechanic, right? His charging mechanic is cool. It gives him, he gets a lot of plus frames from that. He could combo when he's in the SP2 version of it off of SFA. He gets a lot of plus frames, which is pretty good for him. I don't know, like I don't know. Grim is weird, man. Grim is weird. This Grim right here is fire. I can't tell, like this Grim right here is really, really good. He gets more range on the heavy. The damage scaling is ridiculous. He does have a combo where I believe if you do, what is it, 3 lights on guard in SP1? Look at that. And then you could go into that's pretty good. It's pretty good. As long as you have 150 meter, right? Yeah, you can TOD someone. I get that it's all of your resources, but I don't know. And then he also has Sig too. Sig, I'm not good enough to do it. I've tried doing this, but he can actually combo his Sig over and over and then go into a combo after it. So I'm pretty sure he could do this and then go into SFA, right? Yeah. That's pretty cool. I can't lie. That's cool. He still has the plus frames with Dash Light and Awakening. High damage character. He does do a lot of damage to himself, which is probably the biggest problem for him. But his movement also doesn't seem the best. He does have a very fast sidestep, but I will say Grimmjow's backstep actually isn't that good. But it does leave them close enough for you to punish with, again, like a heavy or something like that. The whole setup with SP1 is kind of broken. I can't lie. I don't know. I think that alone also keeps him up. Like, if he didn't have that, I do think he would suffer. The plus frames are cool, but this character kind of just loses to... I ain't gonna lie. He kind of loses the block, bro. Like, if he didn't have the guaranteed setup, like, he don't really have the tools to compete. You feel me? I think Rukia and Urahara better. Yeah, Spirit. Yeah, but everybody in Spirit Drive could do a lot of damage, except Tosin. A lot of characters could do that, right? 90% of the cast in Spirit Drive is like cooking you. You feel me? Like that's not really special.
It's about time I got. I'm gonna defeat you now. You're wide open. What's wrong, little? You make me sick.
SP1. Well, you can do it again, right? Yeah, this is like, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't even play Grimjaw, and I know that. Like it's not like he's hard to play either. Like that's typical TOD stuff that I think a lot of characters could do. That's what I'm saying. But like cheap SP1 setup aside, like if he didn't have that, he would be lower. But I think with the SP1 joint, right? You do three lights. It's an SP1. Well, you got to be an SP2 first. But you know what I'm trying to say. One, two, three. That's crazy. I got. And then the unscaled damage is dirty.
Fast enough yet?
In my old tier list, I had Grim higher. I had Grim in the tier just above, but he was like lower. Low key, I think you could make even another tier. I think you could make another tier in between A and S. But for now, I'm just gonna put Grimjaw in A. Yeah, I'll put Grimjaw in A. I think the next character up will probably be Renji. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Renji about to get his own tier, bro. Renji about to get his own tier, and I'm gonna explain why. Renji has the most polarizing matchups in the game because of how broken his Bankai is. And it really is matchup dependent. Like, there's characters under him that completely nullify his Bankai, right? But I'm not, that's the thing, I can't just say, oh, Renji is a worse character because select characters can like counter him that are under him. But
Now let's find out. Let's see.
he has really good matchups into a lot of the cast. It's hard for them to deal with his game plan. Yeah, you are losing health with Grimjaw combos, but and that's why he's not higher though. That's why he's not higher, I think. Hey Darlo, thanks for the sub. Oh yeah, once again, big shout out to the YouTube members for Show Zay and I'm So Watch for showing love with donations as well. It's much appreciated, y'all, when you guys show support in that way. It really helps. So yeah, like I was saying, I put Renji in his own tier. This character, I ain't gonna lie, there's a player in our community who really like put me on like the cool stuff you could do with this character. His combo game is pretty good because he has so much range, right? Because like Sig basically covers the whole screen. This character gets a lot of cheap damage off, especially even if they're blocking, right? The chip damage is nasty, especially when you have SP2 active. It's like an install that lets him combo from his SFA. You normally wouldn't be able to combo this, but with SP2, you do way more chip damage and you can combo into the special flash attack, letting you go into things like this. He has a DP with his SP1. So even if you are getting close on this character, he can do a DP and get you off of him. He does have decent normals as well. His sidestep dash attack, multi-hitting, also goes pretty far distance. I'll say the weakest thing about his base kit is his heavy. His heavy is kind of not really the best. But he does have pretty good frame traps. I mean, I'm pretty sure like 2 lights on guard and grab is a frame trap. This character has a lot, but then the thing is though, a good player would do something like this, right? And this is what I've seen from the really good Renjis. Is the really good Renjis will get your health somewhere like around like here, right? Just low. And they're like, you know what? Your health is that low. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Bankai right here, right? Probably something around here, right? Yeah. I'm gonna Bankai, right? And when I Bankai, I'm gonna instantly take the 5. Because the thing about Renji's Bankai, it breaks guard so easily. Between his Sig, his special flash attack, all his attacks really eat at your guard, especially if SP2 is active. What are my opinions on base Byakuya being a chain 4 SP1s with yellow? That sounds broken, bro. I didn't even know about that. But yeah, this is what puts Renji in his own tier, because he's the most polarizing character. His matchup spread is so weird. He beats a lot of the cast, but there's very few characters who just straight up stop his game plan. Renji is how I got second in the tournament. Fire. You love to see it. So I'm putting Renji in his own tier because he's weird. He's a weird one. I honestly am kind of copping out with that one, but I don't really know where to put him like that. All right, S and S plus. This is where things are gonna get a little contentious, because there's a lot of characters here, right? But just making me want to put another tier though. Oh my god, this is 10, 6, 4. Oh my god, I got 22 people here. Sheesh. All right. Oh my god, all these characters are good though. I'm looking at every single one of them and I'm like, just like, damn, like. You know what? We're gonna break the tier down one more time. Add a row below, and I'm gonna name this tier A plus. And the first character that I'm gonna put in A plus is Gin. Now Gin.
Guess I'd better.
Reason I'm putting Gin here.
I don't have any regrets.
It's because Gin has one of the best neutrals in the game. His movement is unmatched because he can cancel a lot of his attacking options with Shinzo. Yeah, Chloe, I didn't know anything about the Byakuya thing. That's crazy, bro. That sounds broken. Add a Soul King tier. Yeah, shout out to HBC, the resident Gin main. But Gin, he can make everything safe. That's the thing about him. Like, he throws out SFA. Oh, I'm scared. You know what I mean? Or throw out SFA. Oh, let me go for a grab. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. Like, oh, you know, it's then he has pretty good combos. Combo damage is not like bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. He does need to win a lot of interactions to win a game, but with his very like hit and run playstyle, it's possible for him to clutch games out just by getting in your opponent's head. Because his movement is insane, you'll have your opponent constantly throw out an attack or a grab. And you can definitely make use of that. If you know someone's gonna constantly be grabbing stuff out, you can bait it out, or you could go up to them and flash step, get a perfect parry off with that. The movement is just generally like great, and he's the only character who can do this. He can do heavy and then SP2 after Hakugeki and it hits. No other character can do something like that. Oh, I did not mean to go to character select. I was gonna show off some more other things with Gin, but generally I think he goes there because of his movement. And usually characters with kind of mid-tier movement, I mean with great movement, are like weaker, but because Gin wins so many interactions because of his playstyle, it doesn't even matter for him. I do think though, long sets against Gin players, you start to pick up on patterns, right? You start seeing like, oh, okay, he's doing this and then he's going for sidestep lights. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let me flash step that. Like, you could start calling out some of their options, because it's like, if you guys probably are not too familiar with this, some people might have seen it, but in Hunter x Hunter, when Meruem fights Netero, it took over thousands and thousands of their interactions for Meruem to finally catch on to his bias. But when he finally caught it, that's when he started, you know, punishing him for the way he was fighting. And it's kind of like that with Gin. Like, Gin will be in your face doing a whole bunch of like movement, in your face, going for grabs, a lot of crazy shit. but you catch him a couple times and he takes a hefty punish because he doesn't have much health. So nah, Gin and Shonsui are not on the same list, bro.
Passion was something else.
But yeah, that's the reason I will put Gin there. The next character I would put with Gin is Yoruichi. Yoruichi definitely goes in this spot, and the reason why is people will say she's hard to deal with. She's constantly putting me in long combos and Oki and stuff. The character is good. She has good buttons. She's plus on a lot of her things. One thing I will say is grabs really have affected her. You know, like the grab change has affected her, but she does have the fastest whiff recovery on grab, which is really good. Another thing too I would say about her is she is easily sidestep, but they did buff heavy, so that heavy can track sidesteps a little bit better. So that isn't really too much of a problem for her anymore. Her biggest thing is a lot of her stuff ends you off in a situation where she can hit you again, right? You can't really, you have to take the block there. You know, it's either you block or you flash step. But that's the problem. When Yoruichi's putting you in these situations and you're making sure that you're saving up meter, all you have to do is just block. It's just it's flash step. And that's what she loses to, because she can't punish flash step. If Ichigo were to flash step and I throw out a light, I can't punish that. I can't. It's just it's terrible. I don't know why they have not given her that option, but she's one of the few characters in the game who can't punish a ho-ho. So if you see what I mean? I gotta do heavy, but heavy doesn't come out fast enough. You gotta like, it's crazy, bro. Like, that's her biggest problem. So if I'm constantly putting you in Oki, right? You can flash step it every time. Same with ho-ho. She has some of the best Oki with her ho-ho, but if you flash step me, you know, I can't punish. But this character's up here though because of her great combo pressure. She has great combos. Talking about the things that she's, you know, she has some of the best combos now because she has that crumple effect on her SP1. So she has very long, high SP building combos. So like, for example, right, a game would usually start where you don't have any SP meter. And let me put myself back in like in base. Like you wouldn't have any SP meter, right? But let's say you get a good hit off. She could build up so much meter with her combos. Look, I'm already close to 100. Like, and still be able to flash step after, and you're gonna be close to 50, and you get Oki right here. So again, she loses to flash step a lot, but she does have a lot of like cool like routes if you know the optimal way of going for things. She can combo off of her special flash attack and awakening, which is pretty cool. So if you are going against someone who's blocking a lot, she has an option to open up opponents who like to stay back and block. And she does have a SIG that can dodge anything in the game, but it is pretty inconsistent. You have to really know frame data and really choose, you know, to dodge at the right moment. But that's my opinion on Yoruichi and why she's that high. I think she beats everybody lower than her, but she's definitely going to struggle in some of these like matchups that's higher. Looking at this list, I think 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo also goes on the same tier as her. This character does boatloads amount of damage. He has some of the best frame data in the game. His biggest problem is that he just straight up gets outranged at times. Like some characters just have way better buttons than him, so he loses straight out like that. Another thing I would say about him too is he's a bit linear. SFA is easily sidestep. You could SIG and light. SIG light will catch sidesteps pretty easily. But the problem with that is he's not plus like he used to be on his Sig Light. So now he has to like put himself in a situation where he's either going to have to backstep off of pressure, continue blocking in order to, you know, because he's not as plus as he used to be, or sometimes call the bait out and still go out for like a grab or an attack. But again, it's risky. So he did lose some of those options. He does have a pretty cool projectile. You can hold off of it. One thing I will say, again, this character's damage is great, but and he does have the frame data to really bully some matchups. Very strong DP move that does a lot of damage. But again, his range. This light comes out fast, but it really doesn't have much range. Even with his heavy barely goes any further compared to his light. And that you're gonna see that with some of the other characters in this tier as well. Look at this. Heavy barely goes. Yeah, it's not good at all. Not good at all. But he does have cool high damaging combos. This character still will 3-tap you, no problem. I will say that's definitely a plus for him. You know, look at that. That alone did a good amount. I mean, the Ichigo isn't an awakening, but even still, it's a lot of damage regardless. 1,000-year blow where Ichigo takes no skill? That's crazy, bro. He's a mix-up monster. He's a mix-up monster because his movement is good. Best side step in the game, low key. You just really gotta be good with your spacing, I think. You know, I think it takes skill to play this character. And I'm not just saying that because I play him. I'm being 100% serious with that. I think Soy Fawn also goes in this tier. Now I can't showcase it. I think I'm just gonna talk for this one. Soy Fawn has new combos where she can loop her SP1 with Onkins and without Onkins, and it does boatloads amount of damage. The scaling on her SP1 without Onkins is crazy. She can take a lot of characters down to the red like pretty easily if she has the resources for it. It's actually pretty good. I think this character is a I ain't gonna lie, I think she's A+. I do think she's A+. I think she floats around the same tier as these characters here. She has some of the best like normals in the game. Her block pressure is nasty because she can always go for a grab anywhere in between her pressure. Her dash light is super plus on block, so you know you definitely have to be watching out for that when it comes to like frame traps with grab. She has a good neutral option of just jumping in and continuing a combo with Ankin, and she has good and dash attack is a good way of catching people's sidestep. Now comparing her to other people on this list, I think the only other place you might be able to put her is maybe A, with like Grimjow and Urahara. But I think with her new changes and the fact that she can take 6, I think Soy Fawn is definitely a contender for being higher than the characters under her. The only character under her that can consistently take 6 is Stark, and she's better than Stark in my opinion. You know, her rush down is too good. Yeah, taking 6 is very good. Yeah, the fact that she only has to soul break once is crazy. That's insane. Like, no other character has to worry about that. Let me think. Going on. I'm starting to go off the top of my head because the tier list I had, actually, a lot has changed in between, and I don't really agree with like some of the stuff here anymore, or at least the order of it. Oh, the next character I think also goes in A+ is Kain. Now, yo, this character, I ain't gonna lie, I've hated this character from day one. When he was top 5 in the game, way back when, I hated him, and I still hate this character now. He's not as bad as he used to be, like when it comes to like how much I don't like him. He's good. He's a good character. I'm gonna explain why. So Kain is nasty, right? Heavy. That's all I'm gonna say. Heavy. Look at this.
I'll strike you.
Heavy.
Here I back up.
Heavy. That's all I gotta say, bro. This heavy is so forgiving.
Tear you to ribbons.
You see your opponent backstep, oh, heavy. You see them with a grab, oh, heavy.
Take this.
It's crazy. Yo, it's crazy, bro. I can't lie, this character is good. Now, real talk, he does have good buttons. I know his too light and then into one more light can sometimes frame trap people. Because the second light pushes them far away. I know he has a frame trap. I think he does 2 lights and then he does sig. And if you're trying to attack him in between, he'll be able to like get a strike back on you and he'll be able to connect heavy. So I think if I do always guard into quick.
Too weak.
Hold on.
This is too easy.
Look at that. And then he gets heavy, right? Oh no, he doesn't get heavy. He gets light. But I think he gets heavy in Awakening. I don't play the character like that, y'all. So, but I'm just going off what I've seen people do. Yeah, so he gets heavy in Awakening. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like, he has a multi-hitting dash attack that is damn near impossible to sidestep, right? Very good movement. Good backstep because he could always cover his backstep space with like a heavy to cover the whole thing. His grab range got nerfed like everyone else's. It hurts him, I would say. It hurts him not as bad as, you know, it hurts other characters, but he definitely suffers from not being able to grab the same distance he used to be able to. But one thing I will say about Kain is no matter what, this character is always going to be able to do a lot of damage because he has a high damaging SP2 like 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo, and it gives him his install, which not only just increases his damage, but it just makes his normals just completely better. They come out faster. It increases his damage on his SP1 as well. This character has a lot going for him, honestly. Yeah, he has a lot going for him. I see Kain mains talking about the grab nerfs really it killed him. SFA is good. Yeah, SFA, he's safe on it. Charged SFA, he is unsafe. If like certain characters could dash in and punish him if he does charge SFA. I'm trying to think what else I could really say about Kain. Honestly, oh, another thing about him, he's very tanky too, right? So, you know, this if I put this Ichigo on Awakening and I just do like a simple like B&B, right? Like let's say I do heavy SP1. He doesn't take much damage from you know, he really doesn't. Like this might look like a lot, like, but I ain't gonna lie, you do this to like Rukia, bro, she's already gonna be by like where the orange Kompaku are, right? Like he's very tanky of a character, which kind of helps him because you have to win more neutral interactions against him, which can be pretty hard. He has good normals, like his light goes pretty far. Again, heavy is just broken. So I think he lost some of the tools that really pushes him into like S or like some of those like better characters. But yeah, I think he floats around like A+ low key. He definitely floats around these characters. I think he beats everyone under him, except and Renji is in his own tier. But yeah, he definitely beats everyone under him, and the people in A+, he can definitely go back and forth with. All right, so looking at the remaining characters, I think I already know the people that are gonna be freaking S+, bro. I should low-key just do S+, but I think for now, somebody like, let me see. Nell, I think Yoriichi's better than Nell. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like yo, low-key, Nell is eating now, bro.
Kill you, right?
Nell is absolutely eating. I think Nell is gonna be the first S tier. There might be somebody else that goes in A+. I can't really see anyone else. Maybe Onohana, but Onohana, I ain't gonna lie, when played optimally is like a nightmare. She is ridiculous. Hey, we just got a new sub. Thank you, Amai. Yeah, Ichibe is terrible now. Who does Cayenne lose to? But Cayenne is like the Cayenne is like the master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. Like, he's tanky, good damage, right? Decent normals, right? But like, who does Cayenne lose to, bro? Come on, bro. Cayenne loses to Ikaku. Cayenne definitely loses to Ikaku. Cayenne loses to... Bro, Cayenne low-key loses to a lot of the people that's left here. I think Toshiro beats Cayenne. I think Rangiku definitely beats Cayenne. Ikaku, Harabel. I don't know about Kenny. Kenny is a volatile character, though. I think Cayenne probably beats Hisagi. But I never did that matchup. But anyway, let me move on to like what I was saying about Nell. So Nell, right? Nell, I'm low-key gonna put her in S, right? The first S tier character. The reason why I'm saying that though, yo, her base, this character's base, I think that like she's gotta have either the best base or like top 3 base in the game, because this character's base, if she could stay like this the whole game and like still get the benefits of awakening, yo, it'd be crazy, bro. Dash light, hella fast. She's plus, right? So it's a frame trap on that. The range. Look at this light. Look at that. The fact that some characters' heavies reach this distance, and her light is doing that. She has very good, like when she's putting out pressure, right? And she backsteps, her heavy covers that whole distance. A lot of the times she can get strike back damage on that. Charging in base isn't ever really worth it because the charging is like hella slow, in my opinion. You really just want to white reverse as fast as possible to get that awakening. And when you white with her again, it increases her movement. So she's constantly just enacting her better like normals and speed onto you. Let me think. If you do happen to get some charges off, she always has that great unscaled damage from the Cero, which is very good. And then awakening is ridiculous. The newest thing that Nell has in the game.
I will show you how it's used.
Oh, I broke the game. Oh nah.
Rational beings need to have a legitimate reason.
I went into awakening at the same time as the game. Oh, the game broke. Wait, what happened? Okay, I don't know what just happened. Yo, the game broke for a second. Oh shit. How is her base the best? Her base, in my opinion, her base is the best because she has her light range is crazy. She has great range on her heavy. Again, her heavy could cover her whole backstep and punish like how it can in Awakening. She's very fast. Let me think. That's really it. Like she has better like frame data than most of the cast in base. And again, her light range is just crazy in base.
It's not over yet.
But yeah, this is the new thing she can do. I need to spend some meter. Okay. Now Nell, she has, you know, she can always use her chase stocks like this, right? But she has the new SP1 loops, which she can cancel sig, dash up heavy. And the crazy thing about this is like it's gonna come down to like meter management, right? Because if you really know how to use your meter, like she can do some crazy stuff. She can do some crazy stuff. You can keep looping the SP1s, and if you don't have the reverse, right, you can use the SP1 new combos to build up reverse. Let's say you want an orange, right? And just keep it going. And because this whole time you're not using stocks, you could like keep it going. Now the thing is like the combo does eventually drop, so you have to, it's like a knowledge thing with this game. You just have to inherently know how much you can do it with this character, because there's no combo drop system in this. Like they don't show when the combo is going to drop, so you kind of gotta just lab that. But I think the fact that she has like easy bait combos now with that, the fact that you could do something like this, right? You could heavy jump. Oh, it's not working, but yo, what's up with my jump? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you could heavy jump and it continues the combo. It's crazy. You could do that in neutral too, to go for a grab. It's a lot of crazy things that this character has. She has very good range, and she could also, like, let's say she's in your face, she could backstep and still cover that distance with heavy. Let me think. SFA is almost not really worth it. You can combo SP1 after and then go right back into like the combos and stuff like that, but I don't really suggest using SFA like that. It isn't really worth it. But I think she's S. I think she's the first S tier. Her damage is very good. I think she could even do something like SFA into SP2 now, which isn't worth it, but it's still an option that you have, you know. And her frame data is great, along with the great range she gets from like you know, dash attack, things like that. Heavies. Yeah, she could fully charge SP2. Yep. It's a meme though. Like, it's cool to see, but I like ending games off like that.
We're going to finish this.
You know, if you end a game off like that, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. She does negative damage in base. Yeah, but she has good range and speed, and she gets awakening the fastest out of the cast. I think that speaks to her base as well. I'm gonna start doing shorter explanations for the characters later on here. Damn, I'm trying to see, like, I think the only character that might still go in A+ is Hisagi. I feel like Hisagi could also go in S. I'm a little torn on that, maybe S or A+, but I'm gonna put him in A+. The reason why is because this character just generally has a dead zone that's easy to deal with. His base is okay. I think if you play for like yellow reverses and you try to build up as much SP and start building up that fear gauge, that's the best way to play him. But he's probably the easiest to deal with character when it comes to like characters with like a 6-piece, right? Him and probably Kenpachi to some extent, right? Because he in base, he's not really good. You know, SFA is safe on block, but you can't like combo off of it or do anything crazy. You can't really use it for pressure either, because it's just safe. It's not plus or anything. Again, you just want to build that fear meter up by using a lot of SP1s. He does have good Oki. I know if you like heavy, your next heavy is gonna come out at the right distance to catch them on wake up, so they have to block or flash step or something. So that's pretty good. He does have good Oki and base. He does have a good dash attack as well, and I believe he's plus on his second light, or at least he can like sidestep off of it. But his kit doesn't really get good until awakening.
Still want more?
He does have the interesting mechanic where he takes more, you know, the more fear meter he has. And then he starts getting like the cool combos when he gets I think it's about 13 fear. They made it easier for you to combo. You could really just do heavy SP1 now. These are like easy bait combos now. Before, you really had to know your spacing with Hisagi. Now it's like really easy to play this character. So that kind of speaks to like some of his potential as well. It really isn't that hard to like execute this, but again, there's like that dead zone, you know, and you have to deal with that. And you can deal with it with Tenron. Tenron is a good option for dealing with that, or using SFA to like catch people who might be trying to dash in. But Sagi's cool, you know. He gets a 6-piece. He can TOD people pretty easily. He has easy bait combos, you know.
Not so bad.
Yeah, and his SP1 and base gives you a lot of evolution gauge. So I'll put him in A+. He definitely floats around these characters. Having a 6-piece really does give you an edge, I will say, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. Damn. Yo, all of these characters down here are like ridiculous. All of these characters are ridiculous. Sheesh. I don't even know who to put next. Probably Kenpachi. I'll put Kenpachi in S. Yeah, I'm gonna put Kenpachi in S. All right, we on to Kenny. Now, putting Kenny in S tier because this character is a robbery character. Now, what I mean by that is you could be losing with Kenny. You could be so far down against your opponent, and the mechanics in this game were literally tailor-made for Kenpachi. This character could be in a complete absolute deficit against their opponent. I'm talking like your health could be like hella low, right? You could be in some type of like situation like this, right? And this character hits like a SP2 and you're cooked. You're cooked. Like this character. Yo, this character's stupid, bro. Look at this. You got SP2 again. Now this is being done to a non-awakened Ichigo, but I can assure you, if this Ichigo wasn't awakened, right? I mean, if he was awakened, it would have killed. Like Kenpachi just does robbery. He's a robbery character. That's what he is. He does have probably the worst base in the game. His base is terrible. I can't lie. Like he can't combo off of SFA. His movement is not the greatest, but he doesn't really need that if you play your neutral interactions really well. He has a pretty good light. That light reaches decently far. Same with the heavy. Heavy goes pretty far, but SFA is really your cheese. You know, armor starts the combo. You can now step out of Sig, so now people are scared to attack Kenny because now if you attack him, he gets a full combo off of that. He can cancel the Sig, go for like a grab. He can still get a full combo off of grab. So it's a lot of scary things with Kenpachi. And then the scariest thing about him too, right? I will say if you get your opponent, right? Let's say you're Kenny, right? They have 9 Kenpaku, but their health is like, let's say you're losing as Kenny, right? And their health is like around here. Let's say you get him into a combo. He doesn't have to worry about soul breaking because he's going to be able to take the 5. And that's crazy. The characters who don't have to care about soul breaking are just really good. Helps his game plan too. Helps his game plan a lot. You know, because now they'll be at 4, right? And then again, you hit a crazy SP2, it's over, bro. You hit a good read on the Sig or a good read on the SFA, it's over. And he could take 6. Oh shit. I'm sorry, bro. You guys didn't see. Show the game. My fault. I didn't see it wasn't on. But you guys heard what I'm saying, but I'm basically go over it again. SP2 is ridiculous. That's all I was saying. SP2 is ridiculous. He gets full combo off of it after Sig. He doesn't have to care about taking opponents into the red again because of the 5-piece, right? He's gonna take 5 because he does 6. So if he's losing, he'll always be able to come back. Sig starts a full combo, which is so stupid. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And he can SP2 after grabbed as well. It's just a lot of crazy things that this character can do. He really steals the game from the opponent. Set them to block and do SFA. Okay. I see. That's a really cool option as well, though. I do think the grab nerfs hurt his the grab nerfs hurt his pressure. But it does look like the second light always puts you close enough to the opponent. So he still gets his mix. Oh, Kenny still gets his mix, bro. That's good. Yeah, it's another reason why this character is straight robbery. Yeah, he's ridiculous. This character is crazy, man. Crazy. I had to spend a good amount of time on Kenny because he's nasty. I think Unohana goes up here. I can't speak on Unohana a lot. I'm just gonna say when it comes to her, right? When it comes to Unohana, the reason why I'm putting her in S, her gimmick, they tried to nerf the gimmick. The gimmick is still crazy, right? She can still take 6 in the red, which means that she could always 2-tap you. Getting to what is it? Getting to a sublimation is not even that hard, right? Because she just needs, correct me if I'm wrong, but she just needs 2 interactions in order for her to get sublimation, right? Like you hit, I think if you hit the combo, right? You hit the optimal combo with her to build fighting spirit, you orange, and then you SP1, you just need 1 more combo in order to hit sub, right? That's crazy. Nah? How many interactions do you need? You need 3? It's about 4 or 5 SP. You need 4 or 5 SP1s? Nah, that doesn't sound right. You don't need 4 or 5 SP1s. You need about... Oh, about 4? But then when she gets there, though, it's not hard for her to build it up. Because she has good buttons. She can heal up, right? So she's reducing the damage that you're doing to her, and she's also healing up. And then she's plus on a lot of her buttons, if not like neutral, right? So it's hard to deal with her pressure. If you don't go for blood, it's hard to get to sublimation. From the Unohanas I faced, they switch from going to for the blood and sublimation, but essentially from what I'm seeing, they reach it pretty easily. That's what I was mixing, her awakening and her base up. That's what it was. What do y'all think though? Because I can't speak too much on Unohana. That's probably the character I know the least about. Her, yeah. Her, she's probably the one I know the least about. I ain't gonna lie. I would put her S though. She belongs in A+ in her current state. I'll put her S. The damage, right? Because like the thing is, right, when she controls her fighting gauge, right? So with her controlling it, getting to spirit drive, right? Boom. Heavy SP2 game. You know, like or like raw SP2 game, like you gotta play perfect against a Spirit Drive Unohana. And even before that, it's like an uphill battle because she's healing, right? She's taking less damage from blood. She has a good projectile game. Her normals are plus. You know, her first normal. She has I think she has other normals that are plus as well. You can't just mindlessly also throw projectiles at her depending on the matchup, because she could SP2, right? And heal up. Yeah, I think she's S. I think she's S. I agree with y'all. I saw somebody play at A+, but she's close enough to that tier, in my opinion. Like, she's right there. So this row right here is actually the insane tier. There's all these characters are freaking like ridiculous, bro. Like, I think Chad goes into S too. Chad doesn't care about sublimation. He's a character. He gets his gimmick. He doesn't care. You know, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. One good read, he kills you. And even then, this character just eats off of special flash attack. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Tankiest character in the game, right? But he has an armored dash attack, right? He has really good lights, right? Second light can go into grab, so he still has his mix, right? Heavy comes out super fast, goes way farther than what it may seem, right? Because he kind of steps forward with it, so it has some good reach on it. In Awakening, SFA. Oh man, I hate fighting Chad, y'all. I hate it, bro. This character, bro. I mistimed it, but it's stupid, bro. Like, SFA covers so many things. Like, yeah, the thing about Chad is, oh, just sidestep him, right? Just sidestep the character. But you SFA, you make it safe with flash step, right? You SFA, you make it safe with SP1, right? You could go in for like a grab, you going for like the bait. It's so many things. And then a lot of the time he is in SP1, right? Because of the economy in this game, you're constantly in SP1. So you SP1, and then if you get the punish, right, it's so much damage. Like, this character is busted, bro. And then the whole time is he's over there building up Sig, so you can't even like try to play defensive against him, because it's like, all right, he could just back up and charge Sig, right? And if he charges Sig, especially in SP1, it charges even faster. Once he gets that, he doesn't care about sub. This character doesn't care, bro. Like, he doesn't. Chad mains go ahead and block me. That's funny. Chad way too fast for how tanky he is. That's a fact, bro. Crazy, bro. This character's insane. Then he has an SP2 that can block normals. Very rare to use it, but it is cool to have there. You can't, the thing about it is that you can't always just like run at him too. You know, as long as you're playing side steps against Chad, you will have a chance. But again, like, not every Chad is gonna be sitting there just sidestepping dash attack all day. They're gonna be mixing it up. They're gonna dash up on you. They're gonna throw a heavy out, go for the grab or something. Like, it's crazy. Now, Chad isn't the only character that can actually sidestep. There's a few characters that have great sidesteps. Neutra has a good one. 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo has a great one.
Now let's just see what this sounds like played backwards.
Okay. I think the next one I'm gonna put up here confidently is like Shunsui.
Okay, I don't have any regrets.
I think Shunsui is also S. They gave him a buff recently, right? It doesn't affect his base. It only affects his awakening. But he can now combo his SFA into SP1.
Hey, let's do that again.
The reason why this is crazy is because Shunsui didn't have a neutral skip that could start a combo, right? Yeah, his normals is beast. Look at that. Like the lights are ridiculous. That's looking like Nell base lights, right? His heavy is really good. But his problem was, right?
It's my turn. So who is it?
He had great great movement. He could cancel everything. He could cancel his sig now too, right? So he could do this in somebody's face, actually go for the attack or bait it for like a grab or something, right? But I think what's really nasty about him is now that he has a neutral skip that he can combo into.
Sorry.
Hold on, because the tag messed me up. He's now dangerous at like the mid range. Before he wasn't really dangerous at this range, right? The only thing you could do here is like maybe do this, right? You do SFA dash up and then go for like a dash attack or SFA dash up grab, right? Or you could even like SFA dash bait it out heavy, something like that. But SFA SB1 opens up so many routes. Not only can you go into like a Hakugeki combo, right? But now that starts his loops too, right? So if he does, oh, I messed it up, but you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? SB1. You see what I mean? So having a neutral skip that starts a combo is just so underrated. In Awakening, he could cancel SFA into grab. Yeah. I was showing that.
Out of the way. Time for tag. Did you not play
Another
this
thing
as a
too,
kid?
let's say like for some reason, right? You see the Ichigo, and this is for any character that has like a move they want to use from about this far. Let's say you see him charging doing sig, or like at about max distance, he's doing something like this, right? Bro, you see somebody doing anything that can be punished at that distance, all you gotta do is SP2, and that's easy confirmed damage, easy. So Shunsui has a lot to him. Not only is his normals crazy, but neutral skip that can start a combo with meter. He can bait out, change his approach in a lot of different ways. The only thing bad about him is his games, you know, and his movement. His dash is terrible, but you don't essentially want to dash in with him. You want to use your SFA and things like that.
So unrefined.
I hate Chad, bro. I can't hate that character. Terrible character. I just hate fighting him. That's all it is, bro. All right, we got the big boys, and girls. Oh man, I don't even know how to. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how to like place these people. Low key, Shikai Ichigo goes in S2. I don't think Shikai is as good as he used to be. Without really diving too deep in it, the thing about Shikai Ichigo, he kind of loses the block, right? Because he doesn't have no real mix. The only thing I would say he does have like that SFA mix where he SFAs on your guard once and then he can like go for like grab. But the thing is, you know that's coming, right? So if that's really his only mix, or like him doing like empty dashes in your face trying to like bait out your grab or something, what is he really doing, you know? Now I'm still putting him in S. I still think he's like good, right? Like this right here will always be golden, bro. Like he can always do so much damage with heavy into SB1. But the thing is like he has to actually get the hit in. You know, he has to get the hit, and that could be a problem sometimes. He does have white for a long time, right? He can do cheeky things like going up into somebody's face, waiting a little bit, and then going for SP2. And it'll do a ton of damage. And this is the mix I was talking about. He can SFA once and then go for a grab. I'm pretty sure that works on block too. I have to double check that. I haven't played this character in the longest, but let me see. Oh, it doesn't. I lied. Okay, so that only works on hit. But SFA is a good burst movement option. Let's say you're here, a lot of people don't expect for you to do it, you know, but you always got to stick to one because that's the only one that's safe on block. Other than that, white is really what makes this character, you know. Like if you can abuse the speed you get from white, get people to like whiff out a grab, and you see a grab whiff or they throw out a light, If you're fast enough, you can start punishing them with like, you know, really good neutral options like heavy. And I believe his heavy light leaves him like a little bit further away from the enemy. He like steps back a little bit, which is really good for him. Yeah, Soul Crystal Soul Society is like S+ there, bro. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. If like, let's say like you're getting hit, right? You could do this. And in an online environment, right? If white, you know, if he uses white and it hits you as soon as he whites, it starts a combo. Now that's pretty cheese. I don't, you know, I think like in competitive environment, that's not allowed. But he does have that, which I don't think would count to his placement. I think that's broken. Not gonna lie, like you shouldn't be getting punished for hitting somebody, and then you go right into lights and it working. So, but he's still crazy. All right, looking at the list here, I'm trying to see if anybody else goes into S before I go into S+. Probably Byakuya. Yeah, probably Byakuya. He doesn't go so low, like he goes higher. And this isn't tiered. This isn't ordered. But I would say Byakuya definitely goes in S. They buffed him by letting him chain his Sig into his normals, which is really good for not only like guard chip damage, but also just mixing up like your approach. Because you could do like Sig, SFA, heavy, Sig, SFA, like do a lot of like mixing movement options with Byakuya, and that'll be pretty good for him. He kind of lost the weakness of being able to get into his dead zone, because one thing I've learned about Byakuya is like, because he can always mix things up, you really have to like, it's more about like really learning your opponent's patterns and just like punishing them at the right moment against the type of character Byakuya is, like more so than other characters. Because again, he controls so much space. Another cool thing about him, he builds twice the amount of reverse gauge from using his SP1 and Awakening. I don't know why that is, but that's a definitely that's a buff to him. That's definitely a good thing that he has. Oh yeah. Shikai could fully charge Sig after grab. That's another cool thing. Where's double D Riku? She's higher, bro. I think Rangiku high, man. Optimal Rangiku is crazy. I think optimal Rangiku goes in S. I think. But Byakuya, I'm gonna put in S for the reasons that I listed. Damn, this is looking scary. It's Bankai, Dangai. All right, we're gonna speed run these last ones. Bankai Ichigo is not the best in the game. He's S+ though. The reasons why is because Vasto is still broken. He can easily get to sublimation with the new fighting spirit changes. The nerf to his SP2 doesn't really even matter, because he's with the buff to fighting spirit, he's always gonna reach Vasto Lord every game. The craziest thing I'll say about Bankai is his normals are good. He has very good normals. He's plus on his first light, so he could chain his first light into a second light if his strike back hits. He has very long combos that can build a lot of SP. And this character would already be like close to this tier without Vasto. Like he would already be S tier without Vasto. That's how good this Ichigo is before his reawakening, which is scary because the reawakening kind of pushes him over the top, I think, and makes him like ridiculous. Like this Ichigo is disgusting. This Ichigo is disgusting, bro. Yeah, Bankai Ichigo has always been crazy. Even when he was mid for a short little while there, he still wasn't even bad like that. You know, like he's insane. Vasto does crazy amount of damage. SP2 does crazy damage. SFA starts a combo in Vasto. He's plus on it. He can grab frame trap out of that. It's disgusting. He can do some disgusting things. I'm also going to put Dongai up here. Dongai is probably the second best or first best in the game, I think. I don't know. I think he's somewhere over there. Low key, I'm also going to put Noi up here. I'm just going to get it over with and say that Noi, I personally think that Noitra is either the best in the game or he's top 2.
So, are you ready?
I think this character has too many pros with very little cons. And I'm gonna do a quick little explanation on that because I think out of all the characters up here, I think Noi deserves the most explanation for why I think he's up here. The first one is Hakugeki. No other character can Hakugeki at this range and feel so safe about it. This character, Hakugeki, goes so far, and a lot of characters can't even punish him after him just throwing this out. So he has a neutral tool in base that does a lot of damage, and if you strike back hit it, you know, you don't even need to strike back hit it. You're still gonna do a lot of damage. Noi doesn't care about 3-piecing people because of this, because his base could be so strong that he doesn't have to go for the 4-5. He could always just kind of stay back, you know, abuse his range. Not only that, but the heavy has good range on it as well. He has SFA, unblockable, that when you orange does crazy damage. One of the best buttons in the game is Dash Light. Dash Light not only pulls you in, right, but he's plus. So now in this situation, right, I can't really show it the best because I keep choosing this Ichigo, but Ichigo doesn't even have a tier 1 jab. But he's plus here. So I think it's Awakening where when you put your hero out, you're able to get a combo after. But because he's plus here, he can honestly keep pulling his opponent close to him and enacting his game plan, which is a grab, which is if he pulls people, he will go for the lights, which is if they start being scared of pressing things, right, he can go for SFA, get a lot of damage off of that. If they choose to backstep, right, let's say I pulled him in and it's Ichigo whiff for backstep, I could heavy and catch the backstep. He's ridiculous, bro. Oh, I see what you're saying. Put him in still beats it out. This is the other reason why I think he's the best in the game. All the stuff I just said, it works in Awakening. You have to delay the pull in, because if you don't, it's a true combo. But if you do this, I think SP2 even works too. Look at that. It's crazy, yo. This character's ridiculous, bro. So and this is what I was saying this in the stream once, right? His pull-in, he has so many options on pull-in, it's ridiculous. You could go for grab, you could go for hit, right? You could go for SFA, you can go for Hierro. Just stupid, bro. What is that? Hold on. Look at this. Get strike back damage on a heavy? Yo, what is that? That's ridiculous, bro. And the whole time, because he has a great sidestep, a lot of characters who kind of suffer from like not being able to catch sidesteps, Noi could just really be on this type of time, move in, sidestep, pull people in, and then he has a myriad of options to do right there. SP2, grab, SFA, lights. Like, it's disgusting. I think this character is the best in the game, honestly. Like, you would have to really like give me a really good argument to say why he isn't. And then on top of that, he has a built-in mechanic where if you go for the 5-piece, right, you 5-4 him, which is like optimal to do, he benefits from it. He'll do even more damage because he gains an extra arm. So it's another case of you losing because you're winning. It's crazy. But yeah, that's why I put Noi in the first spot. I had to put Noi in number 1. Dangai is good. We all know Dangai is good. You know, he denies reverse, right? He keeps you at 9 Kampaku. Great normals. His dash attack is ridiculous. Sig he could combo off of. SP2 he could combo off of. Special flash attack is a really good tool to use once you get to conclusion 2. Like, but I can't lie, Noi is ridiculous. I personally think he's up there. Yama is also top 5. Comboable DP. 6-piece with no drawback. There's literally no drawback to it. Like, if you're Yama and you're hitting your 6-piece before you take your first stocks, you're bad. There's no way, because his 6-piece doesn't really affect him. Insane damage. Still has mix with his 2 lights into grab. It's crazy. This character is still insane. And his drawback of having like burnout be a problem for him, it's not really a problem. It's not. I just received a video. Oh, this is the Byakuya clip. What the hell? That's crazy. I didn't even know you could do this. Hey, yo. Nah, thanks for sending that, bro. Yeah, you can't even 3-piece. You can't even 3-piece him. Yama's damage is just nasty, man. On top of everything else. Harabel. She has one of the kind of middest bases in the game. Her base is not that great, right? But her awakening is insane. She gets plus frames as her meter goes up, so you want to be aggressive with her. Her dash attack has like unintended hitboxes on it. It hits way further out than it should, so it has like disjointed hitboxes. She has easy bait combos. You know, you can heavy SP1, right? Sig heavy and then SP1 again. Like, it's easy bake. It's easy bake combos. Like, you know, she has a lot of privilege in the game. She's probably higher here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, probably above Yama, somewhere around here. But again, this isn't ordered. The only thing ordered is Noi. I do think Noi is the best, but I don't know. Harabel is insane, y'all. She really is. These last 4 characters, yo, oh my god. Yo, my hot take is that Ulquiorra is, because of Segunda, and it's not hard to reach Segunda if you play this character optimally, defensive, you stay back, you take your attacks where you're plus at or where you're safe at. Listen, this character will reach Segunda every time, and Segunda is literally like S+ tier character. The only problem is Ulquiorra can't punish raw flash steps. That's his only weakness. And because of that, he isn't absolutely busted like number 1. But I think Segunda is like a crutch for this character. And even still, I think Awakening is very strong. Awakening alone without Segunda could still possibly be S or A+. Toshiro. I think Toshiro also goes into S+. Or maybe S. Yeah, I mean, he's either S or S+, but I'm just gonna put him S for now. His range is bad. That's the only thing bad about Toshi. He has mid-range. His range is nothing to write home about, but he does have great damage. Toshiro's gotten buffs every damn near patch. Even when his loop's nerfed, he got a damage buff on his SP2. Well, he was mid at first. That's the thing. He was middle of the pack, and he keep buffing him. You are right. He probably is S+. He is insane. This character shits out damage. The only thing he's missing is SP2 combo. He lost the combo on his SP2, but he can still do crazy damage. He still has loops. He's crazy plus on his third light and awakening. His base isn't even bad because he's fast. He has a good dash attack. And he doesn't care about having to 4 or 5 people because he has a really good combo in the red where he can like extend. He can extend with SP1 without spending meter, without spending reverse meter. So this character's nasty. This character's nasty. I think he definitely deserves that spot. The last two, Ikaku. I think Ikaku is probably S. Looking at the other characters in this tier, I think Ikaku floats around these people. He might even deserve to be in an S+ as well, but that's why I'm kind of putting him at the top because I play this character a lot. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Ikaku's disgusting, man. Yeah, no, I know about the SP2 white reverse. Yeah. Toshiro could combo SP2 with 150 meter and white reverse. I believe you white reverse after doing you SP2. No, what is it? I saw the link. Sacred showed it to me. I haven't learned it yet, but I do know about it. You can sidestep Ikaku. You could sidestep Kenny, and you could sidestep Chad. I put them up here. You could sidestep Ulquiorra too. Ulquiorra is a sidestep victim, but he's still good. Ikaku though, I put up here because of his buttons. Insane buttons. He has a conditional 6-piece, which really isn't too hard to build nowadays. He can now combo his SP1 into itself, and he could continue a combo after doing so. Honestly, there's not a lot keeping this character behind. The only thing I'll say about Ikaku is his movement isn't crazy, like his base movement. Now, when you start mixing things like Sig Heavy into the mix, he has great vertical movement, but his side steps are like not good, really. He's a very vertical character. But again, conditional side piece, conditional 6-piece, and the fact that he can do like crazy damage with his SP1 extensions, I would put him up here. I can see him going even or like plus against a lot of the characters in this tier and against a lot of the people under him too. So final character is Rangiku. Now Rangiku is weird. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where to put her. I would say Rangiku is probably man. Optimal Rangiku is S+, I think. The thing is, all these other characters in front of her have like, it's like they're like crazy, like their damage or their like mechanics or their frame data is like, there's something about them that's like pushing them above everyone else. But Rangiku, when played at a very optimal level, very defensive, taking her hits where she can, and she can TOD too. She's safe on SFA. She could punish people throwing their lights out if she backsteps them. And her smoke is out, she could punish people. Like it's nasty. She's very good. She's very good. You guys can watch my gameplay to see the Rangiku though. Oh yeah, her guard break potential is ridiculous. Her guard break potential, yeah. Rangiku's guard break potential is also crazy. Also, another thing too that's crazy about her, and this I do gotta show this. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this. This is the last thing I'm gonna show because I ain't gonna lie, the tier list kind of it went on way longer than I wanted to. But when you SP2, right, and you start stacking things on top of each other, not only is the guard gonna go down by a lot, but the chip damage is also disgusting as well. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I hate this display. Like this frame data shit on the left be killing me. Not that one, not the frame data. It's the input history. There you go.
This one hurts.
Awakening. And then we set this to normal. Yes. Look at this.
With my power.
Oh, I gotta set him to block. All right, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the chip damage. So not only are you like, it's like, oh shit, like I gotta block, right? I got all this smoke around me, right? I gotta block. But not only are you blocking, but look how much health you've already lost because I'm stacking the dust on you. And it's not hard to stack dust. Like literally, you can end a combo off with heavy, do fully charged Sig, and they can't do anything about that. You pop SP2, they don't have meter, they're cooked, bro. They're cooked. Like they can't do anything about this, bro. It's disgusting. Look at this. And their health is going down too. Look at that guard break. She's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. This is the tech that people don't like. People don't really play Wrong Equal. I don't know why. I can't tell you why people don't like playing her. She's a fun character. Maybe the playstyle isn't what people like to go for, but you master her, like her spacing on things. You know the right time to throw out the right Sig and stuff like that. And you catch somebody lacking with no reverse, it's over, bro. Look at that. Look at that, bro.
Fast enough yet?
But the thing is like, okay, let's say, okay, guard break, right? Boom. But look how much damage I did even without that. The chip damage is really the problem, I think. All right, well, this is the final tier list. It's looking a little wonky, I can't lie, because Renji just sitting in his own tier. If I were to like take Renji out of his own tier and deadass put him in his like something separate, I think Renji could be like in like, I think Renji goes in like A+. Yeah. If I were to like really be like serious about it, Renji goes in A+. But yeah, this is my tier list, man. This is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think, yo. You think Aizen is better than Ichibe? I could see that. I could see that. Chad still top 5? Sheesh. I don't think Chad is top 5. Once you learn that Chad could be sidestep, I don't know. Yamaji being top 5 is only there because what are those 2 D tiers? Yo, Yamaji's only top 5, bro. Cause I still believe in the vision. He's still a good character, bro. Optimal Yama is still hard to deal with. You think Rukia is better than Grimmjow? Hold on, I just got a clip. Let me go watch that.
Now let's just see what this sounds like played
Rukia does a lot of damage, but she's a glass cannon, and her frame data is pretty bad, bro. Like, not being able to sidestep like that is kind of bad. I can't lie. You know she wants to backstep every time, bro. That's bad. That's a bad look. It's too predictable. It makes her very predictable. That's unscaled. So apparently, so the clip I've just been sent is basically saying that I see what you're saying. He's saying if he does the counter, it kind of gets rid of the scaling. Renji getting his own tier is crazy. Yeah, that is Noi's only weakness. Yeah, Rukia has crazy combo potential, and it's at no risk of her, like how Grimjaw's is. Grimjaw's is very like, oh, I hurt myself for the damage and stuff like that. I think they share similar problems though. Grimjaw is predictable, but I think Rukia is too though. I don't think Rukia has consistent pressure to make her not predictable. Bro, she can't even stagger her lights on block. She can't. And when she's putting out pressure on your block, her only option is to stay blocking or backstep. Nah, I'm not downplaying Yama. I wouldn't downplay Yama. I've seen it. I've also gone against Yama this patch. He's still ridiculous, bro. Yeah, but Brad, how many zoning characters are actually good though? Uryu belongs in F tier. Nah, you're wildin', bro. You're wildin'. Nah, you wildin'. You wildin' with that. Komamura underrated. I hear you wisely. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I think I like where it's at the moment. Let me see. I think I like where it's at the moment. I can see why you're saying Aizen is better than Ichibe. You're saying Aizen goes in A though? I can see that. Low-key, I could get rid of I think looking back at the list, I think Uryu and Aizen could probably go to A, and Ichibe just joins Komamura and Shinji. But then it's like, I don't think Ichibe is that bad though. But then I don't think he's A tier. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep it how it is. There's a reason why I did it the way I did it. I'm gonna just leave it as it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. I didn't expect for this to go on as long as it did, because I not only did I do the reaction video earlier, but I did this as well. So I'll catch you guys later. I'm heading off for the night. I've been on for a hot little minute now, so I hope you guys just enjoyed the stream. Big shout out to For Show Zay and I'm So Washed for donating tonight. And a big thank you to my YouTube members. Special thank you to you guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to catch you guys later. Ending the stream now. Peace out, y'all.